Well, you know that ammo that Brian has sent, he sent about a dozen boxes of this, it says Czech hollow core training ammunition. 7.62 54R. No, I hadn't tried any of that yet, so I decided, well, before I do, I'd pull a bullet apart. And it is, definitely hollow core. It's interesting. They're both magnetic. There's like one core. It's like a shell within a shell, but the outer shell has got to be that where it's got copper or something in it. But they are both magnetic, but light. It's supposed to be 46 grains. Yeah, I weighed it out at 46.2. But what I was surprised to see, the powder, the case is almost full of powder. 42.8 grains of this really fine stick powder. But I was just surprised there's so much of it. So I'm curious. I'm going to run 5 through and see if they'll actually carry 100 yards. I've got some clay pigeons set up on a sandbank. Hopefully I can see by the sand if they shoot high or low, or I was expecting low. Because normally, I'll make up light loads, but I'll use that 150 grain bullet and cut back on the powder. But we'll see what these do. I couldn't really see where it hit. I kind of expected feeding problems. Yeah, okay, there's a feeding problem. Because that's such a short little bullet, compared to the regular one. Well, I'm not seeing that little bullet. Maybe he isn't getting all the way to the sandbank. Or maybe it just isn't enough of a weight to make the sand splash. Oh no. They're making it there. I wiped out one of my clay pigeons. That's interesting. And these short little bullets can tumble around in there. I'll try a different one. Well, I think what they're doing, they're shooting just a hair low. Which is not surprising. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just click her up one notch. Normally when I shoot my light loads, I end up going up one notch. Yeah, one notch did it, wiped out the other clay pigeon. I got one left. But just to show you the difference, they're surprisingly loud, but hardly any perceptible recoil. But I'll put a standard round in just for comparison, though I think sometimes the camera kind of screws with the sound. It mutes it down a little. But that's considerably more recoil. But they do, evidently, that powder makes enough of a racket. Try one more. See if I can't get that other clay pigeon. Well, I can see a little bit of a flash too. Well, okay, I'd say maybe not terribly accurate, but considering that's a really light bullet at 100 yards. I might still be going a little bit under. And I'll run her up a little bit. And he says in the note that these are corrosive, which is not surprising. that's kind of why I'm doing this today. I had to clean this gun anyway because I've been shooting other stuff in it. Oh, that pigeon is being stubborn. Yeah, this would be great stuff to get somebody accustomed to the racket. And there, I got it. Which was good because that's the last one of them I got along. Yeah, they're interesting. And I thought, well, maybe there wouldn't be enough pressure. Maybe they'd leak gas back. You know, with that lighter bullet. You can see you get a little bit of soot around the rim. But, you know, around the mouth, but it doesn't push back. You know, like I say, a little bit odd on the feed because of that short bullet can drift around in there. But interesting. I'll have to do some chronograph tests. I'm actually surprised it's that accurate, but like I say, I'm not surprised that I had to go up and click on the site. Put that down so I don't forget it. But that's interesting stuff. I'd like to get some kids up here to play with that. I think they could have a blast with that stuff. You would feel like they're really shooting something powerful. Well, the feeding might be a problem. It might aggravate them. Well, they could learn all the bad habits of Wozen. Well, I really expected to see more that came in low, but they really were all kind of right up at the level or a little high. You know, it looks like a couple went, or 3 went high. So I think the thing, you know, I had one clay pigeon here, one here, and one here. But I think the thing is, they're just not, you know, pinpoint precise. But you can kind of expect that with that little light hollow core bullet. You know, that they carry this far at all is amazing. But I was kind of looking, trying to find a fragment of a bullet. No, that ain't one. That's from 351. Well, the sandbank has seen a few bullets. But I imagine, that again, 351. They kind of just disintegrate. Well, again, 351. No, by God. That isn't. It is one of those. You know, I can feel it. It's light. Yeah, I just took the paint off. But you can see they grabbed the rifling. I tell you, when I took these apart, that one, very hard to get apart. Because there isn't enough mass in that bullet. You know, you hit them with that impact puller. It takes a lot of banging, especially they've got a kind of a groove that they were crimped into and then a steel case. And in deep. Yeah, that's definitely one of them. It's so damn light. It just feels odd. You know, you expect the bullet to weigh more than that. But, man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good carry. I can see where they'd be an excellent round for training. Because you got the bang and the flash, and, you know, relatively good accuracy. So, really, the only thing you don't have is the recoil. You know, well, that's fine.